Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 115 of the Primetime Gorehounds. I am Primetime James Thomas with Gorehound self Paul Burt, watching the 2010 post-apocalyptic vampire film Stakeland, starring Danielle Harris, on July 6, 2025 at 3:23 p.m. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live.
Yes, we are.
Oh, yeah, barely made it. I just barely made it on that one. But yes, folks, a special Sunday edition of the Primetime Gorehounds. Hopefully, everybody had a great 4th of July. That was the reason why Paul and I did not have an episode on Thursday, because here in Davenport we have this thing where we have this event called Red, White, and Boom, which is when all the townspeople get together, hang out, watch fireworks. I don't know why we don't do it on the 4th. It doesn't make sense to me. But I had to be there that night, so I totally forgot those 4th of July. So I contacted Paul and I said, I made plans to hang out with family, so I won't be able to do it. So we got to do it on Sunday. But hopefully everybody had a great, 4th of July. A lot of people still fire off fireworks, even post 4th of July, which annoys the shit out of me. But it is what it is. But Paul, how have you been?
Mine's been a bit of an up and down week. I mean, like in terms of the ups, I was at the local music festival called the Ruckus, which is the first ever time it's happened in this town, where a lot of local music acts and a couple of well-known ones play in that area. Now, on the first day, I went there as a paying customer because there was a couple of local metal bands I know that were doing tribute act shows. So you had like a tribute band doing Metallica, one doing Limp Bizkit, another doing Slipknot, and it was a fucking awesome night. And interestingly enough, the organizer, who I knew from my college days, he bumped into me while we were there. And he's saying, "Hey, what's up, dude?" I was like, "Doing good." He's like, "Why didn't you bring your camera?" I was like, "Well, it said not to bring your camera if you are a paying customer." So he said, "Well, we're doing this for 3 days. So how do you feel about the idea of doing photography for one of the days as part of our media team?" And I just said, "Yeah, sure, why not?" So took a bunch of photos there. I mean, one of the main acts that was there was the former vocalist in a rock band called Kasabian. So he was there last night, and that was a pretty good one. And then Wednesday, I'm still waiting to hear back if it's going to happen on Monday or not. But I could be doing a photography gig for an upcoming gig for a metal band called Cradle of Filth. So I'm like, if I do get that, fuck yeah, that's going to be a fun one. But I'm nervous because that's like one of the biggest names in the metal scene. And speaking of metal scenes, yesterday was also the final performance of Ozzy Osbourne and Black Sabbath. And some of my friends went to Birmingham to see it live in person. I would have gone, but those tickets sold out within minutes. So I had to watch the live stream of it when I got back home. The rerun of it, of course, because I was busy at the festival. But man, that was a hell of a show. I mean, even though Ozzy physically he can't move around like he used to because he spent most of his set on this chair, but in terms of his voice, he still got it. He still had that fucking fire in his eye when he was performing, and it was quite an emotional ride because you had a lot of people that grew up since the beginning watching it, and you had new fans checking it all out, and you had all the other bands, like all these well-known bands that were there to perform as well, and it was just a fucking epic moment. But it's also, the end of an era because Black Sabbath and Ozzy, that's practically the guys who created the entire heavy metal scene, and if it wasn't for those guys, we wouldn't have a heavy metal scene at all. So yeah, the OG is gone, and it's the end of an era. But what a fucking show that was! From what I've seen, it was incredible. So I was glad to see it, even if I wasn't there in person. I got a chance to see it on live stream. And yeah, that was about it. Your microphone's off, by the way, James.
Yeah. Shout out to Ozzy Osbourne. I'm surprised every day that man's still alive. The amount of drugs that man took in his life.
I know, right?
But yeah, no, that's good. That's good. Oh, and well, my week was pretty good. Had wrestled at a block party at a college town last week, which was a fun time. But then for some reason, my phone decided to die. It just decided to it decided to delete itself in the
Yeah,
middle
you
of it.
told me about this one.
Like I really, the phone was working completely fine. I don't know what it was, but it just said, "This is it." Thankfully, I knew my way back into town when I left the city because it was only like an hour drive away, so I knew how to get back into Davenport. Um, so yeah, I had to get a brand new phone, which is nice. It's a Samsung Galaxy A36. It's a pretty sweet phone.
Not bad.
Uh, but unfortunately, my dumbass did not. I think I had it written down. I think I just lost it. But I could still live stream to the Primetime Gorehound channel. Um, but I just can't upload isolated videos anymore because I freaking forgot the password.
Oh
Um,
shit.
so I plan, which sucks because I planned on re-uploading previous Primetime Gorehound episodes, the early episodes on this channel, but I can't for time being. So I think how the only way that could work is I may have to unlock because I still got them saved on the Primetime Podcast channel.
Yeah.
That's what we originally did them on. So what I may do is, if you guys subscribe to the Primetime Podcast channel, every Friday I may unlock a random episode. So that's the only way you guys can see the older episodes from if I do that. So
Yeah. Or alternatively, if you click on the Primetime Movie Network channel and you look at the playlist, there's like a whole slew of our videos on there too, which I think you can watch there as well, if I'm right.
this is true. This is true. This is true. So yeah, so just want to start let you guys know about that. And so Stakeland from 2010, 15 years ago.
Yep.
So Paul, this is my first time seeing this film. I have no clue what this movie is, but you know what this movie is, obviously, because you picked it.
Yep.
What is Stakeland from 2010?
Okay, well, Stakeland is a post-apocalyptic vampire movie which came out in 2010. It tells the story of these two survivors, the guy that's known as Mister and this kid called Martin, and they basically go on a cross-country road trip trying to survive, and they come across encounters with other survivors in these little small town settlements, and got to outrun the vampires that have taken over the world, and you got to worry about this cult group as well, which seem to be running roughshod over the rural areas of the U.S. Now, this movie, how I first came across this movie was actually I was just surfing through IMDb and looking through some movies, and then this movie happened to have had a cinema release that was going to be released in the UK and in the US, but it had a very, very limited cinema run because this is, by all intent and purposes, an independent made movie, which was directed by Jim Mickle, who went on to do a remake of a film called We Are What We Are, which is a 2010 cannibal horror movie. He did a sci-fi movie recently on Netflix, and he also is responsible for a recent Netflix show called Sweet Tooth, which is based on some comic book series, if I'm correct. But this was his second movie that he directed, because the first movie he did was something called Milbury Street, which is like a zombie horror flick, which the guy who plays the main Mr. character in this movie was in that movie too. Now, this movie has a very small budget. The budget was $650,000 it cost to make this movie, but it only went on to make about 30 grand in the cinema. But again, that's because it had a very limited cinema run, and I was lucky enough to be one of those that did see it. They did make a sequel to this movie about 6 years later, which is a direct continuation to the story of this film. Although the second movie is not bad, it is a solid sequel, but it didn't have that same that same impact like the first movie had when I first saw this. And one of the things I loved about this movie is just how different it is compared to vampire movies we saw before. Because think about this, guys. Before this came out before The Strain did. Now you have The Strain is like a post-apocalyptic vampire thing. Well, this movie did it first, and it was kind of like a unique because these are not like your average vampires. These vampires are very, you would say, 28 days like they're feral as shit. So they're not like they don't have that like you've seen before. They're like it's almost like zombie like vampires, but they are vampires, but they're feral. If you get what I'm saying. But it makes a very interesting road movie as well.
Okay. All right. Interesting. All right. I'm about 5 seconds in where it says Dark City Films.
Yep.
I'm watching this free on YouTube. Paul is watching this on Blu-ray. We are not a director's commentary. We just sit back, watch movies, and react to them. Yeah, hopefully this will be a good one. I'll give Paul this. He hasn't let me down yet. Well, actually, no.
There has been maybe 2 or 3 films that you were kind of like, I didn't hit the spot where you were on. So with this one, I don't know if you're going to enjoy this movie, or I don't know if this is going to be a movie we're in the middle or not.
Which one?
The 2 or 3 so far has been. The first one was Prey, which you wasn't too fond of.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Then it was Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. We still need to do the sequel for that one, by the way.
Oh God, I forgot we did that.
And then we did Phantasm 4, which we both felt was pretty damn disappointing considering how the last 3 movies are. And we still got the 5th one to go through that as well.
Oh, Phantasm 4. I was very disappointed with that one. You're right.
So was I. But my hit and miss ratio has been pretty high with you so far, so that's good.
Okay. All right. Good. Let's see. All right. So let's do this. All right. The rules go 3, 2, 1, play. When we say play, you press play. Again, 3, 2, 1, play. When we say play, you press play.
And if you don't press play, you're gonna get staked. Because I mean, if you're a vampire, that's it.
All right. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, play.
And we are in Dark Sky Films. Music still playing in the background, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'll take care of that now.
Glass Eye Picks. That's Jim Mickles' film outfit.
All right. So, all right. Backroads, getting the Children of the Corn vibe.
Yeah, this whole movie was filmed in Pottston, Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
Yep.
All right. Looks like pretty low budget. I'm assuming maybe like 100,000, 200,
650,000 it cost to make this.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So post-apocalyptic. So can you say that Zombieland took this idea from this movie?
You could probably say that, yeah, but I feel that The Strain.
It's not the same.
The idea.
Well, James, why would you say Zombieland? Because it's not the same movie. I'm so sorry, folks.
So you could this did come out a year after Zombieland, yeah.
Oh, it came out after Zombieland, so it wouldn't. Oh, okay, so never mind then. Oh. Look at those effects. Look at those effects.
Yeah. I know. Like I said, this budget was very limited, so they had to work with whatever they could. And if it means using a little CG, then so be it. But the way they did this movie is very unique for its time, you know?
You know, if I didn't know any better, just by that I would have thought that was Pedro Pascal driving the car.
Yeah, that's what's his name? His name is Nick Demancey, and he's also the writer of this movie too.
Nick, okay. I remember him from from a movie called
It was a werewolf movie that you recommended to me called Late Phases, and
Late
I actually ended up.
Phases. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. Late Phases. What I thought was a really solid werewolf movie.
Yep, it sure was. And that's what's this dude's name again? I've seen him around. I think his name is Paulo something. Connor Paulo, that's his name. Oh,
Yeah, let's see 28. Let's see the right effect to do this.
well, I will. So when I first seen this, the first thing that came to my mind was this kind of reminds me of 28 Days Later when I first saw this. It has that kind of feel to it in terms of its the way they did it.
Oh, and by the way, Paul,
Yo,
uh, some asshole spoiled 28 years later for me.
oh Jesus Christ! Yeah,
So I was able, I do know what happens, and I do know how the ending goes.
yeah, we're gonna talk about that ending when we eventually get around to it. But I remember, without spoiling it, when I saw that ending, I didn't quite put two and two together who they looked like at first, and then after watching some about it again and reading into it, I was just like, oh shit.
Well, it's such a total tone change. It felt like a Power Rangers movie, and I was like, "This is where we're going with this."
Mm. But that baby just got eaten. See that?
Oh, gee, oh shit! Oh shit! Oh damn!
Yeah, this movie goes there.
Wow. Okay, that's a very oh fuck.
Yep. And there's your vampire. Like I said, these ain't your average ones, not the ones you've seen before. When I say they're feral, I'm not joking.
Yeah, good, pretty good. Yeah, good makeup effects. Don't look like regular normal vampires.
Exactly. I think Jim Mickle also was as a makeup effects guy too. And it's interesting because the guy who directed this movie, Jim Mickle, he was inspired to become a film director after watching Army of Darkness, which is Evil Dead 3 for anyone who doesn't know. But that's where he got his inspiration to start directing films.
No, makes sense. Makes sense.
But yeah, like I remember catching this in the cinema when it first came out, and I do remember that when the film came out, it did get a lot of good reviews, and it actually won a couple of film festival awards as well. But not many people talk about this movie, or not many people um, know about it. To be honest with you, I mean, I haven't, I've rarely, if ever, seen any YouTube reactions to this movie at all. So, and plus, this Blu-ray I got, it's out of print. You can't even get it anymore.
I'm sure it probably got a nice cult following.
It definitely does. Because again, I at the time, to my knowledge, I don't think there's ever been a vampire movie like this before.
Man, I thought that was Woody Harrelson for a second.
He just kind of give off that impression, doesn't he?
Hey guys, I'm Woody Harrelson.
I'm just gonna get back to filming Zombieland now.
I've always liked Woody Harrelson as an actor.
Yeah, he's been in some really good movies. I mean, the first movie I ever saw him in was Natural Born Killers, and I was 10 years old at the time when it came out.
Oh, that one big acid trip.
Yeah, I have the director's cut version on Blu-ray. I ain't watched it for a while.
You gotta be a certain state of mind. You gotta be in a certain state of mind to watch that movie.
This is true.
Because if you it the way it's presented, the way it's filmed, it's done on purpose. But man, you will get so lost if you don't pay attention.
That's what makes the movie unique, man.
The set, yeah, and also too, it doesn't put Rodney Dangerfield in the greatest of lights.
No. Oh,
So he's teaching him. He's teaching him how to kill vampires, eh?
yeah, because he lost his family, as you saw at the start of this movie.
Oh, that was his
Um,
family. Oh, okay.
yeah, that was the kid's family. Yeah.
Okay, kind of like a Zombieland meets
28
Last of
days.
Us. 28 Days meets Last of Us vibe.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I can deal with that.
Mm-hmm. I say this is essentially a road movie, so they had to work with pretty much what they had here. This is like straight up like guerrilla filmmaking at its finest here.
Hey, cinematography is not bad.
Mm.
Oh shit. Oh, I
Yeah,
thought. Oh, he's biting her. I thought he was. Thought he was doing something else.
these ain't those kind of vampires, bro. These ones just want to eat your fucking neck off. Yeah, the cinematography was done by Ryan Samuel. Gone to New Eden Pizza. Oh, remember the old drive-through cinemas back then?
Oh god, I missed them. I thought we
There's
still
some.
have one here.
Yeah, there's still some around, but they're like a very rare find these days. Again, the location scouting, again, working with what you got. No set designs and none of that shit. You just work with what's there. And I think to me, that's what makes movies like this have its own unique identity.
I'm actually kind of surprised that because I drove past one the other day. Yeah, drive-ins are still pretty. I mean, I don't know. I mean, at least in the Midwest, they're still pretty popular. People still go to them.
Yeah, that's that's one of the things people like to. People still love that experience of just seeing a movie out in an open area on a big screen where you can just drive in and drive out whenever you want.
It's nice. It's
It
real
is.
nice.
I think we used to have one here in the UK, but I don't think it's there anymore.
I recently saw a post that said I asked the question, do you think movie theaters will still be around in like 10, 15 years? And I'm
I
just
don't know.
like, that's honestly a good question.
I honestly don't know because when you think about it, guys, um, when a movie gets released in the cinema, they usually end up on Amazon Prime or streaming platforms within like 2 months after its release. I mean, for example, Final Destination 6 came out in May, still made a good load of money, but it got released on Amazon Prime at the start of this month. So,
Exactly. So people are gonna be like, what's the point of going to the movie theater if I could just wait for it on streaming? And I'm just like, oh, that's not good.
yeah, and plus now with the rise of streaming platforms like Netflix and Amazon Prime and Paramount Plus and all these other ones, they all like make movie exclusives now. So it's like split camps and everything like that these days. I mean, I still enjoy seeing movies in the cinema, and I do enjoy some of the movies that come out on these exclusive streaming contents and everything. But sometimes there are just some movies you just need to see in the cinema.
Well, it's not. Well, it's not just that, but it's also just that that people. I mean, the movie going experience is still great, even though the movie theaters themselves have done their damnedest to make it not great. I
Yeah.
mean, God's sakes, you walk in there and then just to get the ticket, then to get the snacks, like you're like all that's like 40, $50 right there before you even see the damn movie.
Yeah, I mean, like for me, when I went and got those tickets for 28 years later, I bought three tickets, one for me, one for my uncle, and one for my mum, and that they were about uh, £10 a ticket, and then if you had the snacks that we get later on, yeah, I must have spent about as much as a PS5 game in total at that point.
See, it's really stuff like that why people aren't going anymore. It's way too expensive now, bro. I'll never forget this. One day after I got off work, I got off early from work, and then I wanted to get an icy. I was in the mood for an icy, a cherry icy, right?
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
slushy, and and then like and then so I knew but that my nearest movie theater had it. So I decided, to swing by there to get it. Bro, one cherry icy was like $6.
Cost me like 5 for a large cup of Tango Orange with ice. So that's quite
So
an
I'm
extortionate
yeah,
price.
exactly. I'm just like, what the hell are we doing here?
It's called cost of living and tariffs and God knows what else.
It's so when these movie theaters are no longer obsolete, these theaters got no one to blame but themselves.
Hey, look on the bright side. At least we were old enough to see some really cool movies in the cinemas back in the day. But the saddest part is that it's also the mentality of people as well, because most of people today, the generation of people today, they would much rather see a movie on a streaming platform or wait until it comes on a streaming platform, or they want to order the shit online or not do physical copies of movies or music or whatever, dude. And
Well,
I'm
because it's
just as
way cheap.
guilty because I mean,
Yeah, because it's way cheaper to watch the movie in your home on your surround sound,
yeah,
than it is. And also, so you got to think about this too. You're driving. You're driving all across town to your movie theater. So you got gas. Then you got it's like it's not worth it anymore.
yeah. I mean, like when we used to see a movie in a cinema, that was like an event for me and a bunch of friends.
It's an
And
event, exactly.
yeah, and now it's like those days are long gone now.
No, I think those days can come back. It just depends on the movie. I mean, the Oppenheimer Barbie thing that happened a couple years ago that proved that.
Yeah,
It still can work. It just depends on the film.
yeah. I mean, like for me, the last major movie event that everybody went to see, for me, in my opinion, was Avengers Endgame. I went there. That cinema was a full house. Not a single ass was left on that seat. And when the movie was over, I mean, I just started clapping. I didn't think anybody else was going to join in. And the next thing I know, the whole fucking cinema stood and applauded. And ever since then, I'll be honest with you, these Marvel movies have not piqued my interest like that last movie did.
I've
So all
heard,
these
yeah, I've heard they've fallen off.
they have. But anyway,
I was never really. You know me. I was never into the Marvel films to begin with. So, but even I knew how important Endgame was.
yeah. And now I hear a little bit of late Marvel news before we go back on the movie, but I hear this new Spider-Man movie is gonna have the Punisher in it, and it's like gonna be a PG-13. I'm like, no, dude, that's not gonna work. You know how much I like that comic book character, so it's like
Yeah, that doesn't work.
you're cutting his nuts off
The Punisher
in a
in a P.
PG-13 movie with Spider-Man. Let
Well,
that sink in.
I mean, you could still kind of have Punisher be Punisher, but because you can still get away with PG-13, but that's not the Punisher though. You gotta let Punisher
No.
go all out.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, they just left that little town after, as you saw earlier, he was trading vampire teeth as a form of currency. Oh, and if you can believe it, that's Kelly McGinnis. You know the chick from Top Gun?
Who?
That's that
Where?
that nun that was
That was
getting
that was her.
yeah, that was getting gangbanged
Oh
by those
Jesus!
Ow! Have a stake in your back, sir.
A nun was getting gangbanged. What?
I could have said the other word.
Paul, that opens the door for the
I
jokes that's gonna
could.
happen the rest of the show episode.
I know. I could have said the other word, but I didn't want to do that. So But yeah, that's
That's
Kelly
Kelly.
McGinnis.
That's Kelly McGinnis.
This was her, if I remember correctly, this was her first movie after a 10-year hiatus. Let me just check that just to make sure that I'm right.
Yeah, because she was the teacher on Top Gun, right?
Yeah, she
She was the girl that
was.
Tom Cruise that Tom Cruise falls in love with, right?
Yep, that same one. Yeah, Charlotte Blackwood.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I remember that was.
Yeah.
I remember that was a big controversy. Why they didn't bring her back for Top Gun 2? And I'm just like, well, look at her. I'm not saying that to be disrespectful, but I'm just saying just kind of Tom Cruise, who even at 60s still looks like Tom Cruise, and Kelly
And
McGinnis, who, let's be clear, 19. When did Top Gun come out? Like 87, 80, 86?
86. And she's
Yeah,
67 now. So
yeah. When she's 67, and she's shown that. Yeah, that was a long time ago. She don't look like that no more. So,
yeah,
so they made a decision to bring in Jennifer Connelly, which she still looks like Jennifer Connelly. People. Yes, it's fucked up that she did not come back, but I was just kind of like, yeah, it just from an optic standpoint, it just wouldn't look right.
yeah. Now you notice he cut that kid's finger and smeared blood on that teddy bear. That's the lure vampires in case they try any shit.
Oh, okay.
And Chaz is saying, hey, remember that animated Avengers Confidential with Black Widow and the Punisher? That was a Yeah, but that was an animated movie. I mean, they could kind of get away with doing that kind of thing with it. But like in terms of the movie and that recent TV show, especially with the way they set the tone on that TV show with John Barenthal playing the guy, to me, that's the definitive Punisher. I mean, like the 2004 movie had the story, yeah. The 2008 movie Warzone didn't have the story, but it had the action, and the dude looked exactly like the one in the comics. And John Barenthal was, like, to me, the perfect Punisher. So to have him in a PG-13, it's just, I don't know, Chaz. I'm very skeptical about it. But anyway, back to the movie. Yeah, right now they saved her, but those guys that he basically killed, that's probably. Oh, hang on. There's that's definitely a vampire. Like I said, for anyone who's never seen this before, this is like a different type of vampire movie, not like the ones you've seen. I think also another movie that was responsible for this tonal shift in vampires, I'm probably going to say 30 Days of Night was partly responsible for this as well. Because that changed the landscape of vampire movies as well. I mean, look at the way those sons of bitches were in that film. They were nasty.
Yeah, that's a pretty underrated vampire film.
Yeah. Oh, I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to lure her in so they can take her out. Oh, look, bear trap. Ooh. Got him. Oh, she knows who that is.
Okay, so maybe if they did Top Gun around this time, maybe.
Yeah, because I think she was like in her early 50s when she did. Remember, this is like 15 years. She's 67 now. So
yeah, okay, maybe you could bring her character back. But I remember there was a big controversy about, like, why not bring the original lady back? And I'm just like, yeah, bro, she doesn't look like that no more.
No, she hasn't aged very well.
She has not aged well, like, at all, and then you have her stand next to Tom Cruise, who still looks like a fucking who still looks like a fucking action star. It's like,
Yeah,
it's not gonna look right.
it ain't. I just saw vampire titties and they don't look nice.
Well, Paul, after what I saw 28 years later, with
Yeah, I know. I know.
yeah,
I did say to you, dude. I said it was.
I'm,
I did enjoy the film, but it was not what I expected it to be.
yeah, I did not expect to see infected penises swinging all over the place.
I didn't think I'd see naked infected, but there you go. But these things, I don't think they give a shit about wearing stuff, as you probably guessed. But we will get round to
I'm just gonna say, Paul, I don't like it. I don't like where they're going with this.
in terms of the
Not this movie, not this, but the 28 franchise. I'm not. I don't like it.
Well, keep in mind, there's two more movies coming, and they did film the second one and this one that just came out back to back, and I kind of felt like that one that we've seen it's not the whole story. It's like one half of it.
Yeah, okay. Because I'm honestly, Paul. I'm honestly surprised, Paul. I'm honestly surprised that you did not get upset.
Oh, there's some bits I have an issue with, but I'm going to explain that when we get to it. But to me, like I said, it was not what I expected it to be. I mean, I still enjoyed it, but I was expecting it to be something like the last two, and that's not what I got. But I did like the whole story arc they were trying to tell with the characters. But we'll get to that. I will say this though: the movie did make a good amount of money at the box office. Now it's become the highest grossing film at over 120 million now, so it did break even. But anyway.
Yeah, a lot of people want to go see it.
Yeah. Well, Chaz here said he's seen parts of Stakeland, but he's never seen this movie as a whole. Well, Chaz, you're in for a treat if you're watching this as well on YouTube. There is a sequel to this as well. But yeah, like this movie, for anyone that's first time seeing this movie is a slow burner, but it definitely does have a lot of good story that's telling in this. Oh, their car. See, they're trying to take everything they can and just try to stay on the road too. So as you heard him saying earlier in the narration, we can't go in the cities because those cities are fucking death traps, which is a smart move.
And get the fuck away from there. As a corner, I was a cornfield.
Yes, definitely stay away from cornfields because you never know what you're gonna find in there.
That'd be wild to run a children's cult. Well, I mean, one of these apocalyptic movie. Okay, yeah, no, we know what. Actually, no, what? Never mind. Yeah, you couldn't bring it back with Top Gun even in 2010. But now I got good look at her. I was like, yeah, you couldn't do it. But anyway, but I mean, these post-apocalyptic films has proven that these people can run crazy cults. But could a children cult work in a zombie or vampire apocalypse? I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it.
Oh, look at this. These people all drunk the Kool-Aid.
Drunk the Kool-Aid, yes. Well, you see, I point proven.
Join Jonestown, anybody?
That shit is still wild to me. They all drunk the Kool-Aid and they all died at the same time. You're like, you fucking idiots.
Oh, it was a setup.
It was a trap. It was a trap.
This is that. Oh, that must be that cult they were talking about. That's the one thing about post-apocalyptic worlds. You got these crazy religious guys that take it even further. I'll say no more than that. Yeah, everybody knows my feelings on religious stuff. This just proves my point again when I see this kind of stuff.
What is this? The scars from Last of Us 2?
Oh, those
Well,
guys.
it is almost like the scars. They're hanging him up. We're gonna cut his stomach open.
Where do you think Last of Us 2 got the idea from for these kind of characters then, huh? Jebediah Loman, huh? That is such a cult name. Oh, you heard what he said? Those two people he killed? One of them was his
Yeah.
son. They killed his son.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
this just got personal. Oh, dude, you smacked me in the face with a bite. Yeah, we're gonna have problems. Hmm. Again, working with the limited budget that they have, it's the way they
It,
make
it
the.
it still looks good. It still looks good.
Yeah, I mean, even after 15 years, this movie still holds that impact with people that have seen it. I just find it surprising that not many people know about this movie or talk about it much. You had to have been there to see it the day it was out
Well,
to even know
I
about it.
mean, for low budget films, kind of get like a mainstream, like that's like a 1 in a million chance.
Yeah, and we know
I mean,
one. We know.
not everybody. I mean, not every movie can be Terrifier.
Yeah, this is true. I mean, that movie is one example of
I mean,
a film.
Halloween was a low budget film.
Yes, it was,
The
and that became a
people
big
don't, yeah,
franchise.
people don't know that. Like it was a very low budget. I think it was like a 10,000. I think 10, 20,000 like dollar per budget on that. Like it was very at one point it was the highest grossing low budget film in movie history
Until Ninja
I
Turtles came out, which made about 200 million,
but
because that was a
didn't Blair Witch Project.
no. Listen, Halloween was an independent movie that made 78 million. That first Ninja Turtles movie was also an independent made movie, and it made 200 million. And then Blair Witch came around 9 years later and surpassed that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they got these guys hostage, and as we found out, one of those guys that Mister killed was that dude's son. I'm guessing that was the one he threw the stake in the back of. Yeah, they do remind me of those Seraphites from Last of Us 2. I'm sorry, but they do.
And also, I just want to say this too. Season 3 may actually be good.
I hope they put something right, put the wrongs to the right.
Neil Druckmann has announced that he's not gonna help run season 3 of Last of Us. So I'm thinking, okay, so there's a little hope. Yeah. Neil Druckmann realized real quick that these TV producers, they're not like the video game community. If you get low ratings, man, they're gonna find someone to blame.
Yep. And the other reason he left is because he's working on a new video game. Oh, and these fucking vampires, man. They just left him out there. So what do you think about these vampires? You've seen plenty of vampire movies. How do these ones fare for you?
They're vampires, but they also kind of act like not zombies, but they act like the fucking those things from the Descent.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Another good movie.
interesting take. I mean, it makes them different.
Exactly. And I think that's why that's what drew me to this movie as well, because the whole different side of it.
Yeah. I'm not mad at it. Not mad at it.
Mm. And I know this movie, a lot of it's going to be in the woods, but I kind of give it a pass because of its budget. But if you're going to have like a big budget movie that's going to be not having any urban stuff, I'm like, come on, bro.
Paul. Wait a minute, Paul. Wait. I gotta call you out on something there.
Oh fuck, here we go. Go on.
I got call. I got. Wait, hold on. I gotta wait. Hang on.
Look, you know how I feel about zombie movies, okay?
I gotta call you out, man. I gotta. Where the fuck is it? Where the fuck? Yeah. Time out. There it
Here
is.
we go, folks. We go.
Okay, first of all, you give this a pass, but you shitted on Walking Dead for years for being in the woods.
Do you know what? Listen, when I see zombie movies in the fucking woods, right? Because that's the one thing that pisses me off. Because I've seen plenty of zombie movies that are set in like urban environments, and to me, that has more of a high stake feel to it. For vampires, it's kind of a different thing for me. I can't explain it. That's just me, I guess. I'm a fussy shithead when it comes to where I think certain settings should be, you know. And I think that's why I got a little bit annoyed with The Walking Dead a little bit, was because I kept seeing the same environment. I understand they have to stay away from the cities, but I would have liked to have seen that urban stuff a little more, which is why I like that that new one that's been coming out that involves Maggie and Negan, the Dead City one.
So
but when you look at,
so he wants to fuck Kelly McGinnis.
Yeah, that's what it looks like, and he's just used it as a means to make a quick break. Taught him how to read the stars.
I bet he looked at her like, you look like that chick from Top Gun.
I bet he did say
I am that chick from Top Gun. You are?
Yeah.
I don't believe you. I'm sorry. It makes like I'm picking on Kelvin McGinnis. Like I'm not. But I'm just saying. Like 1986 was a long time ago, man.
Well, it's gonna be 40 years next year, dude. God, has it been that long since Top?
Kind of like when Dolph Ziggler, slept with Sonny. But the difference was with Sonny back in 2013. I think that was when she got inducted into the Hall of Fame. So she at least still looked like Sonny when that happened. People think of Sonny like now, but if you look at her Hall of Fame year, she got back in the gym. She still looked like Sonny. So it made sense for Dolph to make that nasty ass decision.
Yeah. And I just saw a thumbnail.
That's the thumbnail?
Well, that's the vampire bitch.
No. Where's the car?
It's not there yet, but there's the car right there, isn't it? That's the car, I think. But that's not quite exactly at that scene yet. But, oh, hang on. Oh, so you managed to hide in the boot.
Now I gotta get out of there.
That's their car. How are you gonna get it? Unless there's. Wait, can you open?
Oh, okay. Yeah. You can't get out that way. Yeah.
I was about to say if it was that kind of car, yeah. And what's up, Lou and Philip in the chat? Hope you guys are enjoying Steaklands. It's been a minute. I also
kind of get a fucking Book of Eli vibes.
Yeah, you know it's funny. I actually watched that movie a few days ago.
Yeah, I've always. Oh, now here's the thumbnail.
There's your thumbnail. After she just got roadkilled a little bit. How many times have I heard that phrase in a lot of films? Well, you better do something.
Oh God! Ugh.
Yeah, I know.
That looked like a video game.
Well, keep in mind that this is a $600,000.
I know, but it looks like a video game there.
Yeah, they're not driving. That's like just them pretending like they're driving at like a wind machine, I think, with that air. Oh, nice tree shot there.
Tree shot.
Yeah, tree wins. That's a simple makeup effect there with that scar tissue you see on his wounds. Basically, you just get like a bit of latex, toilet roll, and paint it to make it match your skin color. Add a little depth into it, and add the extra blood wound. That's how you make an open wound like that. How do I know? Because I kind of learned that on YouTube when I made a zombie bite on my forearm years back. Welcome to Lincoln.
Lincoln. What, they in Nebraska? I know a Lincoln, Nebraska.
I think they're there somewhere. Like I said, the majority of this movie is in Pennsylvania, but I'm guessing that's where they've headed right now. They're heading to New Eden, which, if I remember right, I think they're trying to get up past the border, up north. I think. That music score is back again. It's like a western as well when you look at this movie in some aspects. It's almost like a modern day western, but with vampires.
Yeah, vampire movies and westerns have always had some sort of, for some reason, it always works. I mean, because Near Dark is pretty much a western. John Carpenter's Vampires is pretty much a western. You know, like western and vampire just seems to go together.
Exactly. Oh, isn't that the same bar guy that was in Terrifier 3?
I don't remember.
I think it is. I'm pretty sure that is, dude.
I don't remember.
Oh yeah, he's seen some trouble, right? They ran from some of it. First time drinking booze for that kid. Oh, hear that person singing? That voice sounds very familiar.
There she
is. There's your girl.
There she is. That Danielle Harris.
Yeah. Dude, she looks ageless. She hasn't aged a bit. It was 15 years ago.
Yeah, at this point, she still looks great. She still looks great now.
Yeah. I mean, not bad for someone who's 48 right now.
She's still crazy young.
Yeah.
She looks like she looks just like Jamie right there.
That's what I was thinking too.
She aged very well. Takes takes care of herself. Hey, like I said, listen, if you want to know the key to stay looking youthful, it's just simple. Just drink plenty of water and just exercise daily, and that's it.
I need to start doing that a lot more. I keep promising.
It's simple. It's really simple.
I keep falling back on it, dude.
And of course, eat the right things, and yeah.
Yeah, I'm terrible at that. Sorry, but I need to change stuff on that. But I definitely need to switch it up. You watch Little Bit of
Is she pregnant? Is she pregnant? You keep dropping her. Is she pregnant?
If I remember correctly, yeah, I think she is in this one.
Her character, not her
character. Her character.
Okay.
Yeah. If she was pregnant in real life, she wouldn't even be on this movie.
Hey, Bill's got to get paid.
Fair enough.
It's crazy how howl at.
Yeah.
About the best looking chick in this whole movie so far.
Yeah, which is a plus for an apocalyptic world like this.
Ooh, also, too, I don't know if Kelly McGinnis got some sort of condition or something, but you're pretty much telling me that Danielle Harris now, in 48, looks better than Kelly McGinnis did, who's at 50 in this movie. That crazy, tells you all you need to know.
I know, right? Because Danielle Harris was like in her mid to late 30s doing this.
Oh yeah, she's fresh off. She's fresh off of this 2010. Yeah, first I've had to two and fresh off of Halloween 2.
Yeah. I
Shit,
think it was
she probably filmed this right after she filmed Halloween 2.
well, this movie was being filmed in 2009, so yeah, you got a point. Or maybe it was being filmed at the same time as Halloween 2 because she was back and forth in that film.
I go back and forth. I mean, never mind.
Yeah, I knew where you were going with that. Yeah. Yeah. So they found another place to camp out for the night. Got a shotgun there. Got a shotty. I'm guessing ammo is very rare in this bloody world they're living in. And you're saying about Last of Us vibes. Yeah, you might be right because this did come out 3 years before that game even existed. Oh, dead body.
How fucking crazy would that be if hey, we're back we're back at the Bracket house. And fucking Homo Myers just jumps out of nowhere.
Oh, shh.
I'll be like,
That
the fuck you doing here?
dude, what are you doing here? Like, this is the wrong movie. Fuck out of here. Oh, sorry, my
Hey,
bad.
go away. We don't need you now.
Oh, dead dude with a prosthetic leg. I thought it was a chainsaw then when I heard that. No, it's a generator. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out who's going to buy the rights to that new TCM movie. I mean, you heard some of the names that was trying to snap it up.
Listen, I just think Rob Zombie should just bite the bullet and just fucking just go for it.
I don't think he'll do it because of his past experience with a big franchise. He doesn't want to do it anymore.
You're right. But I just think it's just the perfect combination, man. I'm like, just
Yeah, he is the right guy for it.
that
But
he's the right guy, and that is the right franchise, to do it. Cause that fits his style. That hick, white trash, dirty,
yeah,
that's Rob Zombie, and I yeah.
I don't know. Things happen,
To
I
me,
guess.
him and the Halloween. To me, him and the Halloween, it just didn't fit.
No. Sexy
The
adult
second, no,
made porn.
I remember those. I remember those used to exist. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember one of those accidentally being in one of the schools I was in. It was like, how did that get in here?
Oh.
One of my classmates brought it in, and man, he got fucking grilled for it. Creepy ass addicts. I'm expecting Billy from Black Christmas to jump out of nowhere.
Oh God. Well, if it's gonna be Billy, hopefully it's the 74, but not that skin cancer Billy.
Or the other remake.
I don't even think there was a Billy in that remake.
No, it was a whole different ball game, unfortunately, and a PG-13. Like, come on. But anyway, what are you looking for, kid? Oh, whoa, what's that? There's a hand there. Is that a dead person? Looks no damage done to it. No. Oh, you're awake.
Oh shit!
Oh shit. Well, no. Scamp. Is that what they call a kid vampire? Looks like a kid.
Like a teenager.
Yeah. Not trying to attack him either.
Does she know him or?
No, I don't think they do. But she's very curious about him. Not trying to attack him, and that's formalities are over now.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Like, yeah, you damn right. Yeah.
That one kind of sucked, but they had to do it.
That was interesting though. That was interesting why she reacted that way.
Yeah. Oh, did you see that bit on this billboard? It said, "Where are you, Mister?" What? They're on to him. It's that militia group again. But yeah, that was a very interesting idea they played around there with that vampire earlier. What are they doing to this dude? Oh, okay, there you go. There's their answer. They just shot him. What a dick. Wrong place, wrong time for him, eh?
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could say that. He's got a gun.
Oh yeah, they had a gun. Oh fucking hell! We got a Santa vampire now.
Man, for a second there, man, I was like, if that motherfucking art is in there, then all hell's breaking loose, bro. Can you imagine art? Can you imagine art in this? Can you
I'd have laughed
imagine
my
art
fucking
in
ass
this
off if that
world?
did. I'd have laughed
Like,
my ass off, bro.
like, I'll be like, well, what the fuck? What are you doing here? Like,
Well, keep in mind, folks, this was 6 years before Terrifier, okay? So that would have been funny if it was.
why the fuck was he in a Santa suit?
Did this vampire outbreak happen during Christmas?
Oh shit! That's fresh.
Oh,
That's
you know him?
fresh. That's little fresh.
Oh, you know this guy?
Yes, I know this actor. I forgot his name, but I know him from a
Sean
movie
Nelson.
called Sean Nelson. Yeah, I know him from Fresh. That's
Oh,
the one. He's other child actor along with Daniel Harris. He
okay.
was on the show called The Corner from HBO. Yeah, so yeah, okay, it's cool. It's cool to see him in this. Him and Daniel Harris. Okay, I like this cast.
All right, not bad so far. And this was actually one of the last movies he appeared in a film. He's done some TV shows as well. Last movie he was in was a TV show was Power Book, Part 2, which is like 3 episodes. That was like 2 years ago. So
Okay.
in terms of films, he hasn't done any films in 10 years. And he hasn't done any TV shows for about 2 years.
I probably decided to take a step back.
Probably having a break, or maybe he's just waiting for a role that fits him.
No, I mean that's a 10-year break.
Yeah, but he's still doing stuff for TV. I mean, like the last one was like 2 years ago. It seems like he was more active on TV shows than films. Oh yeah, that militia's still looking for him. Uh-oh, hang on. He almost took a shot out of there.
Hey, listen, bro. Listen.
Ooh.
If hey,
There you go. I'm looking at this character that Sean's playing. I know he's got an army cap, so I'm guessing this guy's a former military dude before the world went to shit. Okay. Burning cross.
All right. Some symbolism there.
Mm-hmm. I was
Movie's not
thinking,
bad. It's not bad.
yeah.
It's not bad.
Like I said, I did enjoy this movie when it first came out. Different.
Wait, where did Kelly McGinnis go?
She was left back with these guys, and maybe she got away later on. I don't know, but we haven't seen her for a while.
Yeah,
Maybe they're
last time
trying
we
to arrest
saw,
her.
last time we saw her, one of the bald-headed dudes. You know, he wanted to fuck the girl that was in Top Gun, and
Yeah,
we ain't seen her since.
and there's that, and that's the bald-headed fucker that did it.
Oh, okay. Dog, I swear, in certain angles, he looks like Pedro Pascal.
I was thinking that, yeah.
Well, I'm glad he's not in this because I'm starting to get a little tired of seeing him everywhere. But yeah.
No, right? He was recently in that
Oh
that
shit!
Gladiator.
Oh damn!
Oh, that's the worst.
Naked.
You're running in a vampire world with your hands tied and you got nothing but your ass and balls on display while you're running.
But yeah, I'm just it's just that everywhere I look, like he's in a new movie. It's like, guys, he's good, but he ain't that damn good. Like, relax, y'all.
Well, ever since he appeared in Mandalorian and that Last of Us TV show, now he's in hot demand again. I mean, like I said, he was recently in.
Yeah, he's in Fantastic Four. He's in the romantic comedy. He's in Gladiator, and he is like,
Yeah.
okay, I was like, yo, like we're back, relax.
I know, right? Oh, open wound. You know, vampires are gonna smell that shit a mile away.
Yep.
So
I smell pizza.
all you can eat buffet. Come and get it.
Wait, you said wait, you said a buffet?
Yeah, an all you can eat buffet. He's the all you can eat.
Collard greens, green beans, cheese and potato. Neck bone, grits, rice, casserole, butter beans, black eyed peas, chicken nugget, and deer meat, chili fries, apple pies, and chicken thighs, sweet peas, dressing, ham hocks, and turkey necks, fried hog head, cheese, liverwurst, and bologna, Krabby Patties, roll noodles, hot links, and Kool-Aid, sugar bread, pickles, hot sauce, and Lay's.
If Tom Mancini does that in the next Chucky movie, I'm done.
that shit makes me laugh every time.
Who the fuck made that video?
Dude, what he said, Krabby Patties, that's when I lost it.
Oh god.
Chicken salad and apple pies.
Oh, fucking hell. I can't eat my fucking food now. Fuck.
Talk to me.
I'm trying to talk to you. Fuck. All right, let me get my composure. Okay, I'm good. Where were we? Yeah, we're at checkpoint right now. What's it say the name of town? I think it said Strivington, Canada or bust.
Canada or bust, huh?
Hey, they're trying to get away from this vampire town, dude. Or this vampire land. I mean, isn't that
it's kind of Walking Dead, like how certain areas have their own individual cities.
Yeah, and this came out months before the first season of Walking Dead.
Yeah, which probably means that's the one that Walking Dead taught me. Sooner or later, places like this gets overrun.
George Romero movies taught me that.
Yeah, they're safe for now, but sooner or later it's gonna fall apart.
Yeah, they're gonna get in at some point. It doesn't look like a very secure area either. Where's the fucking walls? You sure it's a good idea to have loud music playing in an open
I
town?
know, right?
I know you guys want to try and live your life normal, but this is not the time for it.
Well, fuck all that, man. No. Fuck all that, man. I'm trying to get with Daniel Harris, man. I fuck what you talking about, Paul.
Well, that dude's got him at the moment. Gonna have to take it up with Con. We have to take it up with that kid.
I'll be, man, Paul. If we was in a situation, you told me, now ain't the time for this, man. I'm trying to get with Danielle. Will you shut up?
She's over there, dude. How about it?
But she wants to dance with me, bro. Like, will you stop?
All right, fine. Just I'll go this way. Just go.
But like,
When I was a kid.
I recently saw an interview. Speaking of Dan, I recently saw an interview. She recently just did a podcast where she talks about her experiences with working with Rob in the Halloween films and what she thinks. And ironically enough, Paul, a lot of what she says is stuff that I said.
Hey, look, Kelly's back. But
as
you were saying about Rob Zombie and Danielle.
Yes, a lot of the critiques that she has about her, about the particularly two Rob Zombie films, a lot of it are the same things I said.
What the hell?
See, told you.
That's a chopper.
What was that?
They're dropping vampires in. No, that cult is dropping vampires in from the chopper.
But they got a chopper?
Yeah, they're dropping vampires in. Literally.
I thought this was some war of the world shit.
Oh yeah, right.
They see, Paul. You see how quick that went left.
Yeah, that went south pretty quick.
And also too, yeah, Paul, you was right. Yeah, playing that loud ass music.
Yeah, that's like a dinner
right
bell.
now, Paul, I'm telling you. All right, goddamn it. Okay, fine. You was right. Leave me alone.
Hey, I just heard a Wilhelm scream then. I ain't heard that scream for a while. Hey, why not? Have you ever fucking movie uses that scream?
Man, Paul, I'd be so pissed.
Well, I tried to warn you, dude. Now's not the time. No good telling me to shut up now.
I'd be so pissed. I'm like, God damn, I was just about to kiss Danielle and that happened, man.
Hey, take it out on the dickhead in the chopper that's dropping vampires in. I didn't tell him to come here. Oh, there'll be an argument between. Is she?
Oh, there will be an argument.
Oh, she's dead. Oh, she took a bullet.
Man, no soul to bullet, huh? She went out like a champ.
Yep, she sure did.
But people wouldn't react like that. They would not look like that to get shot.
Yeah. This is gonna sound crazy, dude, but we are an hour into this movie. We got 38 minutes left.
For real?
Yeah, this movie's blitzing.
Oh shit.
We were so intrigued by this movie, we lost track of time. Love that shot. That's a nice little shot there of the wilderness.
That is a good shot.
But yeah, anybody that's alive in that town, they got no safe zone, so they're just like, all right, fuck this, I'm out. Oh, that kid didn't make it. Remember that kid that Mister had? Harold?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that kid didn't make it. I just saw the sock.
Hey, I'll give them credit, man. They don't they're not pussies. The kids will get killed.
Yeah, I mean, you saw a newborn getting necked by a vampire at the start of this movie. I remember when I saw that bit first time, I was like, ooh, shit, we're going there? All right. I think Rambo 4 kind of started that.
Oh, Rambo 4 was...
Yeah, that fucking village scene.
Which, by the way, happy 79th birthday to Stallone. Turned 79 years old today.
Oh, really? Well, happy birthday to him.
Yeah, happy birthday to one of the greatest.
Yeah. Oh
I'm a
man,
big Stallone fan, so that's how I know.
it's all good. I mean, I like I like a good majority of his movies I've seen. Like I said, folks, this movie has its moments, but it has its slow burn. I like the fact that you get a chance to see these characters develop a little bit. You get some time to breathe, and then they hit you with some crazy shit. I like that when a movie does it. But they're still trying to make their way up north.
Making my way downtown, walking fast.
There ain't no towns in there at the minute. Well,
Remember that song when you couldn't go no me? When you couldn't go nowhere out here in that song.
I know.
If I could walk 1,000 miles, bro, I was just like, man, turn this shit off.
Yeah, there's a few songs I've heard over the years that I kept hearing constantly, and I'm just like, dude, if I hear that song one more time, tape player's going out the window, or radio's going out the window.
What was that Kelly Clarkson song? Since you begun. Yeah, bro. Bro, you couldn't go nowhere out here on the radio.
No, you couldn't. And their car has died.
Oh damn! That it's about to be and the sun's coming down too. Woo!
Not good. You better find some place to stay for the night.
All I know is Daniel better not die. That's all I know.
I'm saying nothing.
I'm tired of seeing her die in movies.
That happens quite a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, it happens a lot. Yes, I actually really think about it.
Either that or she just likes her character getting killed off in movies. I don't know.
I'm trying to think of the movie that she. Okay. Probably 4 or 5. Okay, she lived. She died in Urban Legend. She died in she died in Rob Zombie's Halloween 2.
Yeah, that was a pretty bad one. How she went out too.
She died in See No Evil 2.
Yeah, she did.
Which threw me off. She dies in the Hatchet films, right?
I'm saying nothing, but she is in the second and third movie, yeah.
So no, she doesn't. If she's in the sequels,
she's in those two. I'll say no more than
how many fucking Hatchet films are there?
4.
Oh, okay. All right, never mind then.
I'm sorry, but why does that Woodlands and truck remind me of that Woodlands that was in Rambo then? I don't know why. I just thought that right away. That truck wreckage is still there, by the way, from what I saw on one of those YouTube videos where they revisit locations from years ago.
Nothing is over. Nothing.
Yep.
You just don't turn it off. It wasn't my war. You asked me, I didn't ask you. Sorry.
Nah. Keep it. It's all right. Oh, Scrapyard? Yeah, just think that movie had a different ending, which was more in tune with the book. If they did that ending, we wouldn't have had the movies we had.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of glad because the book is completely different from the movie.
Yeah, because he killed those cops.
Yeah, in the book, Rambo is a legit serial killer.
Yeah.
And Stallone and also too, anyway, people who say that Stallone can't act, like the first scene I show them is the "Nothing Is Over" monologue.
Yeah, show them a Rocky movie while you're at it.
Well, and of course Rocky, but it's just the range of emotions that Stallone showed in that scene, because people always like to make it's because of his accent and the way he talks. People think he can't act. Like, no, the man is he's a very underrated actor.
Oh, hang on. The bottles are moving.
No, it's all right. It's just Hobo Myers. What's going on here?
Maybe it's Jason. We are in the woods.
I mean, yo, just the thought of a 6'7" Michael Myers with the
Yeah,
beard, all that stuff, just walking around here would be crazy to me. Oh,
I saw that.
I saw that too. I wouldn't be able to. Yeah, I would not be able to sleep. Yeah.
Those vampires are creeping in. That's another thing about these vampires too. Even though they're feral, they ain't stupid. They know when to creep in quietly. Oh shit!
Wait, so can you just shoot him in? Can you just shoot him in the head?
Doesn't work.
Oh, yeah, you got to stake him.
Yep. That rule still applies. Or just do that.
Yeah, you got to stake him in the head. Yeah.
Broke his neck. That kind of worked. Just get the fuck out of there, guys. I don't know what's worse, a vampire apocalypse like this or a zombie apocalypse. What do you have? Oh, we're going in a fucking cornfield.
Mankind!
Oh, shit. Don't be surprised if you see Isaac.
If they ran into the children, that would be... oh, no. Don't tell me she's about to...
Well, you saw how far into her pregnancy she is.
Yo, is that why you chose this movie right after Children of the Corn? Just to connect the two?
No, I was going to pick a vampire movie, but I forgot there was a cornfield in this movie. It's been a while since I've seen this.
They fucking run and they run into Michael Bay and Linda Hamilton.
That'd be fun. Oh, Kelly's given up. Or she's using herself as bait. I don't know, but she just got lost from the group. Shot that one right in the face.
That's all right. Yeah. Just find Mrs. Isaac and you'll be all right.
Oh, hang on.
I don't know why I keep expecting to see the children.
Oh, there's a scarecrow. There's a fucking scarecrow.
Like, I know they're not gonna show up. I feel like they're gonna show up.
Ah, she deleted herself.
Self-deletion.
Well, would you rather do that or have your fucking neck eaten out by a vampire?
Oh well, I'm not gonna. Yeah, but I'm just like, a cornfield, man. It's like, can you just imagine just imagine this Isaac just standing there while they were running and just like, wait, what?
Yeah, that would have been wild if they did that little reference in there.
Hello, my people.
Oh, fuck.
First of all, how old are you? 12 or 25?
Take a guess. Oh, man. Again, wait. Why does that cliff... Nah, it's not the same cliffs. It was looking familiar then.
Yeah, yeah, it's not a bad film. It's not a bad film at all.
Ah, that's good to hear.
It hasn't offended me or pissed me off. And of course, seeing Daniel Harrison, it's always a good sight.
Yeah, that's true. But they're gonna have to find a place for her to, so she can give birth and stuff.
Yeah, they could. That'll be awkward.
Yeah. You're out in the open with vampires as well. That's not a good sign. Well, there's an old ass bus. Has it got a chimney on the bus? That's like a chimney. Oh, I guess somebody must have been living there because I can see a VCR. Somebody's like, "What's that?" You're not old enough to remember. Well, yeah, of course people just disappeared. You're in the middle of the damn woods. Yeah, this must be like an old caravan or maybe a broken down bus that some homeless guy must have set up as a home. Why else would there be a chimney on the top of it? I'm getting some Dying Light vibes right now.
Yeah, I was just about to bring up Dying Light.
Yeah, because I know there's a new one coming out next month. Did you get to play that game finally, at least?
I played a little bit of it.
All right, what'd you think?
I dug it.
Yeah, you see that whole contrast where during the day you can deal with the zombies, no problem, but come nighttime, those mean motherfucker ones come out, those volatiles.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because I made the mistake of staying out at night because I'm thinking, oh, this should be no problem. I ran into one of them. I was like, fuck this.
I know, right?
Because the normal ones I was handling no problem. When it turned night, I was like, okay, I'm gonna see what the big deal is. Why to say don't kill? And then I'm like, oh shit.
Well, I can assure you, part 2 is even worse.
Like the motherfuckers, it's like they level up.
Yeah, they do. But the thing about part 2, the sequel is even worse because not only have you got those volatiles out and about, you got a whole different type of zombies that will call in reinforcements if they spot you. Screamers and all that shit. And of course, there's that new one that's coming out next month called Dying Light: The Beast, which is a standalone sequel, but you're playing as the character from the first game that you're currently trying to get through. But yeah, you do realize
wait.
What?
I just realized something. Something.
What's that?
Kelly McGinnis didn't have sex with that dude, right?
Not that I'm aware of. No. We didn't see her having sex with anybody yet.
She got into that tent with that dude.
Huh?
Okay, all right. You know, I'm look. I've been mean. I'm gonna play nice. I'm not gonna pull the trigger.
That dude just went out.
I see what you did there, Paul. You didn't want to answer the question.
No, I'm saying nothing, dude.
You didn't want to answer that question I just asked you. But okay, I see you. Bro, you're real slick sometimes.
I don't realize I am sometimes, but there you go. That dude's gone missing, though. That guy was out for a piss, and now he's gone missing.
Yeah, Fresh is gone. Yes, I have noticed that.
Uh-oh.
Why would you do that? Why would you steer away from the group?
He only just went outside the bus.
Now, either the Seraphites took him because was it daytime?
No, it was nighttime. It was nighttime. No, it was like nighttime when he went out.
Yeah, why would you?
Wait.
Okay.
Blood.
Oh, shit. It's Fresh.
Fresh is dead, I think.
Mommy, it's raining. It's raining red.
Oh, it's raining red. No. Well, there's Fresh.
Oh,
He's dead, dude.
Has a good scream. Danielle still has a good scream.
Yeah, she does.
But you shot?
No. Cole member didn't do that. Look at that. Somebody took his damn heart out.
God damn.
This is bad. Something's onto them.
There's just 3 of them now.
It's not looking good. Lou just said Rain in Blood. Yeah, Slayer reference. Good song. The fuck's that moving in the background? Oh, someone on the tree. Never mind.
It was one of the crew.
Oh, well, I spot shit that's not supposed to be there sometimes.
Like, get the fuck out the way!
Yeah, especially when you're watching the zombie movie and some person's cruising by in their car. It's like, oi, fuck off! There's supposed to be a zombie apocalypse, you twat.
Which, by the way, Paul, but by the way, I look back and watch Children of the Corn. Yeah, I saw them cars in the background.
See, I told you.
Yeah, I saw
like
that. I was like, God damn.
Kills the illusion for me anytime I see that in those kind of movies. It's getting dark again, and you got no town settlements, nothing. Dead body hanging over under a bridge. That's not a good sign. Uh-oh.
No, now, baby girl, now it's time.
Not now. This is you're not in a safe spot yet. This is not the time. You're gonna have to carry her, dude. Can't leave you there, so we gotta carry you.
She ain't gonna make it. I just know she's gonna die.
Oh, keep in mind, dude, she's pregnant. Well, her character's pregnant.
She's not gonna make it, bro. I should have known. I should have known. Oh God, man, why did you get pregnant? Okay, all right. We'll see. We'll see if she make it. If she doesn't make it, I'm gonna do something I really don't want to do.
Well, keep in mind, dude, she's pregnant as well, so this would be like a double kill if that happens.
And clearly months have gone by because she was not that big when we first saw her.
Well, they've been on the road for a few days now. Oh,
Few
shit.
days.
A couple of weeks in, or a month or two.
It can't be because she was kind of she was like showing a little bit, but she's gotten bigger now.
So there has been a significant time jump.
He also kind of looks like an older Braun Breaker.
He does. Shit, someone's moving. See that? Something's moving.
Yeah, I saw that.
And you left her on.
Yeah, I'm about to say, like well,
What? You should have stayed back, idiots! You.
She dead. She's dead. She's dead. She's dead.
She's gone. She's fucking gone.
She's gone. She's gone. She's gone. She's gone. Yeah.
Bollocks.
She's gone.
Well, you can blame them. They went running on their own.
She got snatched quick.
Yeah, but what be? It's got to be a. Oh shit. Well, the good news
That's the same. That's the same scream as she had on Halloween 9. Not Halloween 9. That's Halloween 2.
Technically Halloween 10, but yeah.
What was a great death scene, by the way.
Yeah, that death scene in Halloween 2 was rough. What he did, I can't even imagine what the hell he did to her. But she was all bloodied up. And keep in mind, folks, she's pregnant in this movie. But what the hell took her?
She's giving birth, ain't she? She's giving birth, ain't she?
No, she's being
Oh
bled out.
no, she's not. She's a
Wait, did she get bit? She got bit. See her neck?
Yeah, she did.
Oh, shit! It's that guy! But he's a fucking vampire now!
Oh, it's him.
Oh, shit.
It makes sense.
A different type of vampire. Ah, shut up, you. Oh, he cracked his face on the bathtub.
Kind of looks like a. He kind of looks like a. He kind of looks like the villain from Blade 2.
Oh, that guy.
From Blade 2.
Yeah, Nomak.
Yeah. Kind of got the same look. Yeah.
Yeah, Reaper. I'm expecting this jaw to open up a certain way.
Reaper. Yep, that was him. Yeah, that was him. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm expecting that jaw to open up now.
I thought that was so cool.
Oh, that fucking yeah! I enjoyed that movie.
So he was the one that took Fresh's heart and shit.
Yeah, he's been stalking them. Nice voiceover. Oh. Okay, that plan kind of worked. Put him right through the heart. He's dead.
Yeah, it worked. Yeah.
It worked. But now you're going to have to do something about her.
It's a little disappointing because that was a final boss.
Well, like I said, it's a low budget movie.
Well, a little bit more of a fight, but that's whatever.
And think about this, man. She was pregnant. She got bit in the neck. There's only one option here, man. She's going to die again. Sorry, James. They killed her again.
She's always dying, man.
Yeah, I know, but there's a double death because you got.
Can I get one movie when she's an adult where she lives?
Probably not. That's some bullshit, though. They did it again. Come on, man.
Goddamn right it is.
This is some bullshit. I said it.
Go to jail. That's what happened.
This is some bullshit.
You all right?
Yes, it is. How many times now has she died in a movie? Have you been keeping count?
Well, I just said like an urban legend, she died. Rouse on Halloween 2, she died. See No Evil 2, she died. You pretty much told me she dies at Hatchet without telling me.
I haven't confirmed or denied anything on that one yet.
Nah, bro. Yeah, you pretty much confirmed it without even saying it, bro.
I haven't said shit, dude. You know it. We ain't even watched those yet. You'll have to wait when we get to that one. Oh, his hands are fucked up. I mean, I'm not surprised after getting staked in them. Well, the good news is they got a nice pickup truck.
Steak hand.
I see what you did. Yeah, I've just realized it now. Shit. Beer and ice.
Got him! Got him!
Yeah, you got it. You got me. Man, somebody's killed all those vampires. Look at all those ones that's been crossbowed or shit.
It was James Woods.
Yeah.
No, it was Daryl. Daryl Dixon.
Oh, yeah. Well, hang on. That can't be because this came out before The Walking Dead, about a few months before.
But the comics were out though.
Yeah, but he wasn't in the comics. That character Daryl was made for the TV series. He was never in the
You're
comics,
right.
bro.
You're right. You are right.
Yeah. So who's this?
This girl looks familiar.
Yeah, where have I seen her before?
I've seen. You know how some people have those faces you just recognize.
Yeah, that was her name again. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, she looks very familiar.
Bonnie Dennison.
She's probably from a. I don't fucking know. Like what's a promotion? She's probably. I think I seen it from like a Disney movie or a Nickelodeon movie or something.
I'm looking up her credits. Hang on. She was in a TV series
Well,
called
it was like
Ugly
one of those
Betty.
teen. Well, it was probably one of those teen. What would you say?
She was in a TV series called Ugly Betty.
She ugly. Yeah, that's it. That's where I recognize her from.
Yeah. I'm looking at a list of credits. She's mostly been involved in short films and a few films here and there, and a couple of TV series with like one episode per show. So her last
Yeah, Ugly Betty. Yeah, that.
Yeah, her last appearance was a TV series of Training Day, and that was like 8 years ago.
Now this dude's like, okay, all right. I didn't. Okay, I didn't get an opportunity with Danielle. So maybe I could try with her.
He got over her pretty quick, didn't he?
Don't you fucking jinx. I'll be like, Paul, don't you fucking jinx this for me. This for me too.
No, I'm just saying he got over her pretty quick. That's a big fucking vampire. He basically did the same tactics that Mister taught him. See the way he's watching there?
Yeah.
He's like, yep, taught you everything I know. Sitting there having a beer. He's thinking about something. There's some stuff on his mind there, and I'm wondering what. Like I said, this ain't like your average vampire movie, folks. Well, we're near the end of the movie now, I think. Yeah. Oh. He's gone. Mister's gone.
Oh, I guess he learned. Let's figure out. He can take care of himself now.
Yeah, I guess so. Left him his pendant there too. Guess he wanted to let him do his own thing, and he'd go on and do what he wants to do. I guess. Either that or something changed in him when that town got attacked. You saw the way he was looking at that dead kid. I think something changed in him.
Hmm.
Couple of unanswered questions there. Well, at least they got a nice pickup truck out of the deal. I will say that. Just hope there's enough gas to get where they need to go. Wherever that is they're going.
And you said there was a sequel to this?
Yes, there was. It came out 7 years later. I've seen both of them, so. We'll probably get around to watching Steak Land 2 at some point. Ah, so they're heading to New Eden. Which was the goal for the start for this guy. And that's it.
That's it?
Yep, that's it. Till we eventually watch a sequel.
Okay.
Well, there you go. That's Steak Land, folks.
All right. And yes, that is Steak Land from 2010. Not bad. No, not a bad film. Not a bad film at all.
I'm going to let you go first just because it's your first time watching it.
Going through the credits here. Oh, hey, I mean, yeah, it's not a bad film. You know, I dug the, whole Western, dug the whole Last of Us, Book of Eli vibe that they had going with it here. I like the cast. I thought it was actually pretty good cast. I'm not gonna hold you up. I like the different things to do with the vampires, different look whatsoever. Yeah, I did not mind this. I did not mind this at all. Yeah, it was a good and it was also a good spin because usually it's zombie apocalypse films. You don't really see vampire apocalypse films. So it's a good change of pace. So
Agreed.
yeah, I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it at all.
Well, for me, it's been a while since I've seen this movie, and it was nice to get a chance to watch this movie again. And yeah, I agree. We've seen plenty of post-apocalyptic vampire movies, but this was the first time I saw an apocalyptic movie involving vampires, and it kind of it was different and unique when I saw it because I remember again, I just coming across it as a trailer, and I was fortunate enough to see it in the cinema. It was like a late night showing, and I'm kind of glad that I stumbled upon this movie many years ago and just thinking to myself, man, this is actually a pretty good vampire movie. I mean, the story was good. The characters were interesting. You actually got to care for these characters. I mean, you gave a shit, and you could see how
you did. I actually did. Yeah.
And then you get to see how these people were surviving. I mean, even the villain, even though he was an asshole, but you could kind of see his motivation behind why he was trying to get at this guy because he did kill that guy's son after all. So that makes sense too. So everything had a reason for what happened in the story of this movie. Cinematography is great too. The location vibes were pretty good. I mean, I know I'm pretty pissy when it comes to stuff being in the woods, but because it's a low budget movie and it was a vampire movie, I get it. It worked for this kind of movie, But overall, I just thought the movie was pretty cool. And I remember when years back when I heard they were doing a sequel, I was like, oh, cool, because I thought that this movie initially was just going to be a one-shot deal. I didn't think that there was ever going to be a sequel or anything like it, but we'll get to that at some point. But yeah, I did enjoy this movie, and yeah, the only thing that's a downer, Danielle Harris died again. I can't believe it, but I can't believe it, but it happens quite a bit for her. But overall, that side,
she dies a lot. I'm used to it at this point.
Yeah, I know, but it still sucks either way because sometimes it's worse than the other. This one was kind of sad. This one was more sad than brutal, But overall, it was a good movie. Great cast, great writing, great story to it. It had its action moments when it needed to be, and that's also because of the limited budget, but they managed to make it stretch. It felt like a big budget film, even though it wasn't a big budget film. If that makes any sense. It had that like big epic scope to it in a way. That's what I kind of noticed on it too. But overall, fun movie. I'll give it. Yeah, I'll give it 9. I'm gonna give it 9 out of 10 because I liked it. It's one of them rare vampire movies that and a rare hidden gem of a movie as well that some people still talk about today. And for those who's never seen it, guys, just check it out.
High praise from Paul there. Very, very high praise. All right, so we're gonna take a quick break so Paul can get ready for movie news and Paul, do you know why Pastor Gino, has a problem with these whores coming to church?
Oh, I can imagine.
Because of shit like this. Movie news next.
The song was taught to us by our very own pastor, Pastor James, when we was just this little.
Free Pastor James!
My man loves me. He provides for me. He protects me. So tonight, I'm gonna drop it low just for him. Drop it low for Jesus. Keep the Lord in mind. When you're dirty wine, drop it for Jesus. In the club, shake it to the floor and show it love. I'm on the grind, cause for my sins he died. Cause I know I'll be at the pearly gates for show. I'll be in the number when the trumpet starts to blow. But tonight I gotta drop it low. Drop it low.
God loving music. Give it up again for what's your name?
Renita,
y'all. Yes. They will never be on this program again. That's enough dropping it low for Jesus and all our Christian viewers and our African-American viewers. Please don't change the channel. All right, who's in the mood for some music that's wholesome and won't get you sent to hell? Yeah.
Oh, Jesus, man. We can't even enjoy music without some religious group getting pissy about things. We have some.
You actually enjoy that?
No, I am just saying. When it, no. Let me explain the context. Listen. This is why I get annoyed with religion sometimes, because when you have for example, when you got a band like Marilyn Manson playing, just recently he got canceled from doing a show in Brighton later this year because of religious reasons and past actions, even though he was cleared of those charges. Now I got Lou giving me shit. Lou, listen, I'm just saying that, like, music in general, when certain songs play, I'm not just talking about that genre.
Paul.
I'm just saying, religion seems
just quickly get the movie news. Just get the movie news.
All right. Anyway, guys, I digress. Let's just get to the fucking movie. Movie news. What do we got today? Let's see. Okay. I actually did see this short film, by the way, that I'm about to announce here. Apparently there was a new fan-made Leprechaun movie. Yeah, that's right, James. We got a fan-made Leprechaun movie, which was made by one of the producers of the Terrifier franchise. It's called Leprechaun Revenge, which is kind of a follow-up to the Leprechaun Return movie, which came out not too long ago, and has one of the original characters back on board. And so it's a 10-minute short where he goes after Mark Houghton's character who played Ozzy in the first Leprechaun movie. And it was actually not a bad short film, but it also, to me, it kind of seems like a teaser for what they might be doing next. It seems like they might be...
Oh, look at the chat.
Oh, fuck off, man. We'll talk later. Anyway, James, you fucked up my train of thought. What the fuck? Okay, back on point. Yeah, but anyway, this shit. All right, this new Leprechaun, this new fan film that this the guys from the Terrifier movies made, it seems like they're hinting that they could be possibly maybe getting involved in doing a Leprechaun movie, I think. I'm not too sure how people are gonna what people will think of that. I mean, like, I know they've been on a roll lately with the Terrifier films, and they did that recent movie series Stream, which has a sequel coming later in the year or sometime next year, I think. So if they're gonna be doing a Leprechaun movie, I think that would probably work. Because I do know that they're actually trying to make plans on working on a new one with Lionsgate, but one of the original directors that was involved in the new sequel, reimagining, he's no longer involved in it. So whoever ends up making the ninth movie remains to be seen. But it seems like they're kind of hinting. These guys are kind of hinting that maybe they want to have a shot at it. Now I know James is not a fan of the Leprechaun franchise. I don't blame him because I mean, like that movie is like straight up campy as shit, and bit of a schlock movie at best, but it does have its cult fans, as you know. So, I don't know. Maybe they could make this work. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see on that one. All right. Anyway, next bit of news. What do we got here? Hang on. Okay. Eddington. What's this? This is something new. Okay, we got a movie here that Matt Gomez Hadika is going to be involved in. It's from the guy who directed that found footage movie Chronicle. I think it's the same guy. Yeah, it's the guy that directed that Chronicle movie. It's some new movie called Eddington. Let me read. This is what it's about. So he's joined the cast of Eddington has joined the cast of horror thriller Send a Scare, which is directed by Josh Trank, who did Fantastic Four, that crappy Fantastic Four, and that Chronicle movie. So the film centers on an interactive horror startup that gives thrill seekers a way to send scares to friends and family. But when a potential investor hosts a demonstration to experience, the experience gets hijacked by a real mass killer with a deadly agenda. Oh, okay, so this sounds more like a slasher movie, but that has that like kind of like like one of those things where I think it's like Cameo or something like that, or one of those like horror experience events that you see, like those like horror house experiences, and then sometimes you get like actors playing the horror characters to scare the shit out of someone. Well, it seems like they're taking that approach and going for this whole having an actual killer involved in often people but there might be a motive behind it. So kind of reminds me of there was another film I saw a while back. I think it was called Hell House. Had the same similarities with the premise and everything. So that's currently in production. There's no new updates on it at the moment. That's just a little small nutshell. We know that Josh Trank is directing it, and it already has a cast already set up, and that's a little bit of what we know so far. So that's something to keep an eye out for. Sounds like it might be going to be an interesting slasher film. Okay, what's this here? Oh, a teaser trailer has dropped for a horror comedy called Hold the Fort, which battles monsters in the neighborhood from hell. Oh, okay. Let's have a look at this. Okay, homeownership is insane as hell as this new teaser trailer for an action-packed horror comedy called Hold the Fort, set to premiere later this month at the Fantasia International Film Festival, which a new teaser trailer has been dropped. I think that's available on YouTube now, which unleashes a kitchen sink of raunchous horror fun, from bad neighbors to over-the-top monster mayhem. Now, this sounds interesting. Let me read into this a bit more. So Lucas and Jenny, who think their life is finally coming together when a couple become homeowners, little do they know that their new house comes with a big catch. They soon find themselves in a fight for their lives when they become trapped in a battle between Homeowners Association and an onslaught of monsters from hell. Okay, so this is going to probably put a whole new spin on what it's like to own a new home, and you have some fucked up monster moments in there. Okay. So the aim of Hold the Fort, according to the director, is to deliver a fun time And his goal was to make a hilarious, fast-paced thrill ride horror comedy, which tells a great story with heart, and hopefully with all the blood and gore and laughs and fights and gags, it will leave you feeling inspired to tackle whatever life throws at you. Okay, so there's a little bit of an inspirational message behind all the horror stuff. That should be interesting. And who's involved in this? Chris Myers, who was in the Creepshow TV series and Ozark's in it. Haley Leary, who was in The Walking Dead, is in it, and Julian Smith star in this film. So it's going to have its premiere at the Fantasia Film Festival on the 16th of July. So if that's the case, then that means for people in the UK, it's possibly going to get shown at the Film 4 Fright Fest in August in London. But I'm not sure when the exact release date will be, but it's going to have its premiere at those film festivals. So that'll be something to keep an eye out for. What else we got here? I'm just seeing if there's anything else that'll catch my eye. Yeah, Toxic Avenger got a new movie poster. Cool. I'm actually looking forward to seeing that. Did you that's the thing, James. I sent you the trailer. They had a Red Band trailer for Toxic Avenger. Have you seen that one yet?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. Well, that's going to be dropping, as you know, on the 29th of August. And again, I am looking forward to seeing this movie because it's got an interesting cast of characters in there. As you see, I mean, it's got like Peter Dinklage is in it, Kevin Bacon, Elijah Wood, to name a few. And it's the first movie in the series since 1999, and it's a trauma movie. So anyone who's never seen what a trauma movie's like, it's definitely worth checking out. What do we got here? We got another movie being shown at the Fantasia Film Festival. Something here called Hellcat. What's this? So a teaser trailer for a movie called Hellcat is coming out. What's this about? I ain't even heard of this. Infection takes root in the mind-bending, twisty new thriller Hellcat, promising one slick cat and mouse game ahead of the film's Fantasia International Festival. Okay. It's being directed by Brock Bordell, who previously edited a film called Ultrasound. Okay. The film synopsis, right? Lena wakes up in a moving camper trailer with a horrifying wound. She's warned by the driver that they have 1 hour to get a doctor or she'll succumb to an unimaginable, awful fate. As the pain sets in, the reality begins to fray who she really be afraid of, and or who should she really be afraid of, and delivers. Dakota Gorman, who was in Natural Disasters, delivers a blistering performance in this tense, mind-bending horror with survival cuts both ways. So this one seems more like a psychological horror element, but it's got some kind of probably some monster movie element to it. I'm gonna have to look at the trailer for this when it comes out, but it's gonna get its screening on the 25th of July at 6:45, and then repeat screenings on the Sunday, the 27th. So that's going to be at the film festival. There's a trailer for it out already. So if you guys want to look that up, check out a movie trailer called Hellcat. I'm going to have a look at that later today, and I'll probably post it to James as well so he can have a look. What do we got? Yeah, Sinners is going to have its premiere at HBO Max. It's got a sign language version as well for people that can't hear, so that's very thoughtful of them. Now, as you guys know, we just had a sequel for Megan come out recently, and apparently the movie has unfortunately bombed at the box office. Let me see what it did at the box office, and I'll explain a little more about what Jason Blum said about it. I have yet to see the sequel for Megan. The whole PG-13 thing kind of puts me off, but people have been telling me that even though it's a PG-13, the movie is surprisingly violent. Okay, so according to this, so far, the movie has made only $30 million against a $25 million budget. What did the last one make? That's a bit of a surprise because I think, didn't the first movie become a massive hit? Let me check that. Yeah, the first Megan movie had a budget of $12 million and it went on to make $181 million. And unfortunately, this sequel hasn't done so well at the box office. I'll check the box office numbers in a second, but let me just read the article here about this. So Jason Blum shares his thoughts on the failure of Megan 2, why it's not done so well at the box office. Because apparently there's also going to be a spin-off movie coming out in January next year called Soulmate. So they had some big plans for this, but apparently this movie has bombed at the box office, making about 10 million on its opening weekend, and it's only made about 30 million so far. So in a post-mortem interview, Jason Blum shares his surprisingly honest thoughts about the box office failure, which he points out expecting to debut with an upwards of 45 million. The tracking number went further and further down as the weeks went on, and the film ultimately debuted to a fraction of those and those other hopes. But Blum admits that we thought Megan was like Superman. All right, time out a minute. James, how can you compare Megan to Superman? How is that? How?
I don't get the correlation.
All right, I'm going to read more into this. He said,
I mean, I haven't seen Megan 2, but people were saying this. The people were saying they went the Terminator 2 route with Megan.
Yes, I have been reading into this. Apparently, that in the first movie, Megan was the villain. In this one, she's the protagonist. So yeah, they did go in a Terminator 2 direction with this one. Apparently, that's what I've been hearing too. But anyway, they thought they could do anything with it. We could change genres, put her in the summer, make her look different. We could turn her from a bad guy into a good guy, and we kind of classically thought how powerful people's engagement was really with her. And that's how they ended up with Megan 2.0, which takes the Terminator 2 approach to the previous movie, ramping up the budget and the action spectacle, and the follow-up turns the killer doll of the first movie into something of an action hero. The genre swap from horror to sci-fi action, it seems, at least partly to blame for Megan 2's failure to connect with the audience at the box office. So it would seem as if Blumhouse's summer release strategy to put a killer doll against not only a new adversary, but also a behemoth summer blockbusters. Yeah, because you're competing against movies like F1 the movie and Jurassic World Rebirth, and of course, 28 years later, which came out the same day. Well, about a week after. 28 years later came out a week before Megan 2.0. So that's another reason why this movie fucking flopped at the box office. But I mean, like, it seems like this transition of turning it into a horror character and now becoming an action sci-fi movie going the Terminator direction, I don't think it works. What did it do with the critical responses here? Let me compare the notes a minute with these. Okay, so the first Megan movie was a horror film, and she was the villain. And the critical response to it was that it had a 93% approval, right? Think about that. Let me go on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm going to see what the audience's reaction was to the first Megan and how they were to the second one. I'm just going to do a little comparison here. And then I'm going to look at the box office numbers for both movies on that box office thing and see how they did on that. So bear with me, folks. I'm just pulling up the information here. Okay. So, yeah, it's true. The first Megan movie had a 93% approval with the critics, and the audience percentage was 78%. Okay, fair enough. And then Megan 2.0, which came out about 2 or 3 weeks ago, according to this chart here, according to the review charts. Now, James, I want to get your thoughts on this. Now, the critics gave it a 57% approval. But when I look at the audience score for Megan 2.0, it has an 82% score. So is this a classic case of people buying into the critics' bullshit? Or, I don't know, because it seems like the audience liked it more than the critics here with the sequel.
Everybody that I've knew that's seen this film, they've all told me they had a fun time and that they enjoyed this film. So this could be another classic case of, this could be, because I haven't seen the movie, could be a classic case of the critics, and the actual people once again having a difference in opinion.
Okay, let me.
Because I remember the critics. I mean, it's different. It's a video game, but the critics love Last of Us 2, while the people hated it. So
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go check out the box office numbers here for this Megan sequel. I'll even compare it with the first one too, and see what's going on with this. We'll see how bad the significant drop was for this in terms of its numbers. All right, here we go. Megan. Right, so this is the financial details for the first Megan movie. As you guys know, it made 181 million at the box office. So let me look at the how long it stayed in the cinema for, and let me see what the drops were. Okay, so the movie was in the cinema for 10 weeks. It came out on the 6th of January of 2023, and the final cinema date was March 10th. Okay, so during its first weekend, it grossed. This is domestically in the U.S. It grossed 30 million on its first week, and it was ranked in at number 2. It was playing in 3,509 cinemas, and then when the second week came around, it had 100 more cinemas, but it had a 40% drop. Then on its third week, it had a 47% drop, dropped to 36% drop, a 39% drop on the fifth week. And then it had, well, as you know, as the weeks go on progressively, but on its second week, it had a 40% drop. So it didn't drop significantly, and it still made a good amount of money. That was the first one we're talking about here. So with Megan 2.0, hang on. So it's strange how the audience likes it, but yet the box office numbers are not showing it, which is I find a bit weird. Let me see what's going on here. I'm gonna look at the details on this. Okay, so the box office numbers for Megan 2 so far. It came out on the 27th of June, so it's only been out for about a week, and it made 10 million on its first week, and it's playing in 3,000 cinemas. On its second week, oh fucking hell, a 63% drop in the box office numbers here, dude.
ooh,
So this movie, the box office numbers dropped significantly bad on its second week for Megan 2. And that's the domestic box office. Now, if I look at the international ones so far, ooh, shit. It's not doing very well on the international side of things either.
that's rough. That's rough.
In the UK, it's only made 600,000 on its 2 weeks already. So internationally, it's only made 12 million in the countries it's been out in so far. Shit. I think the change of direction might be the reason why this movie suffered at the box office, man. Well,
It doesn't. I mean, once you go and change a tone like that, it doesn't work for everything. I mean, like it doesn't work for everything. So I think people just wanted to see Megan just be a killer.
yeah, I mean, you changed the direction. It may have worked for Terminator, but that's like if you turned Chucky into a good guy character, it wouldn't have worked. And this is just a classic example of that. Yeah, Chad's is saying it in the chat box. Have you seen the documentary for George Romero's Resident Evil? No, I've not watched it yet. I'm gonna have to check that out because for anyone who doesn't know, folks, originally George Romero was going to direct the Resident Evil movie, but some creative differences happened, and then that's how it ended up going to Paul Anderson. But no, I'm definitely gonna check out that documentary at some point, Chaz. But if it's on YouTube, I'll definitely check it out for sure. But yeah, that's a bit of a surprise though with Megan suffering greatly at the box office like that. But unfortunately, guys, it is what it is. And we got a little bit of news here. We got an age rating confirmation for I Know What You Did Last Summer, but this comes as no surprise to me and James. But it's been rated R for bloody violence and sexual content. Well, it's a slasher movie, guys. What the hell do you expect? That's going to be dropping on the 18th of July. That's going to be about 2 weeks from now. We've got some thoughts on what we're expecting from it and what we're worried about. I mean, like, it's going to be a direct sequel to I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. So technically, this is part 3. We're skipping that other third one they did 20 years ago because that one was just so. Freddie Prinze Jr. is back in. Jennifer Love Hewitt's back in, and it seems like there's a whole new killer out there and a whole new bunch of cast members because of something that they've done. So James, what are you expecting from this legacy sequel that's been coming out? Because they've been bringing out a lot of these lately.
I expect this first one to do what they always do: play it very safe, by the numbers, don't offend anybody. Do what 2018 Halloween and 2022 Scream did. Just make the old school fans happy. Don't do anything disrespectful, and I expect it to be very safe.
Yeah, imagine if they killed one of the legacy characters off. It might happen.
If they kill Julie, Jennifer Love Hewitt, that would be ballsy. I would respect the move.
That'll be interesting if they go in that direction. But we'll find out in 2 weeks. We'll see if they have the balls to go there or not. So that's something to be keeping an eye out for. Hey, we got a new hit film here by Corin Hardy's film called Whistle, which has been rated R for strong violent content and gore. I haven't heard of this movie. Let me have a look at this a minute. Okay, an independent film company and Shudder, which is the Netflix of horror movies, by the way, guys, recently acquired a U.S. rights to a film called Whistle. It's a new horror movie that's from the director of The Nun. Okay. And it's got rated R for strong violent content, gore, drug content, and some language. Okay. What else can we know about this? That likely shouldn't come as much of a surprise considering Hardy's previous work was on the ultra-violent TV series Gangs of London. Oh, yeah, dude. James, if you've not seen that TV series Gangs of London, you really fucking should. It's a really good TV series. But anyway, the high school horror movie is centered around an Aztec death whistle known for its shrieking sound. Okay. In Whistle, a misfit group of unwitting high school students stumbles upon a cursed object, an ancient Aztec whistle. They discover that blowing the whistle and the terrifying sound it emits will summon their future deaths to hunt them down. As the body count rises and friends investigate the origins of the deadly artifact in a desperate effort to stop the horrifying chain of events that they have set in motion. Oh, so this sounds like a cross between Final Destination and that new movie that Osgood Perkins made. So it's a combination of those two films, it seems, from the sounds of it. Anyway, yeah, that might be something to keep an eye out for. So it's going to be on. So if Shudder's picked up the rights for it, I'm guessing it's going to get a cinema run first in the US. It probably might get a screening here at one of the horror film festivals in the UK. And if Shudder's picked up the rights to it, then it will most likely end up on Shudder at some point. I'm not sure if it will be this year or next year, but that sounds interesting. Who's casted in this? Oh, that kid that was in that movie Logan was in it. Oh, okay, cool. Sophie Nilsson from Yellow Jackets in it. Sky Yang from Rebel Moon. Percy Haynes White from Wednesday's in it, and Nick Frost from Shaun of the Dead is in this. Pretty good cast so far. What's your thoughts on this one, James?
Should be interesting.
Could be worth a watch. Now, speaking of films checking out, now I did send you the trailer for this one, James. I don't know if you've seen it yet, but you got a new Running Man movie coming out. I've seen the trailer for it, and I'll drop my thoughts on it soon, but I want to hear what you think about this first. If you've seen it.
I did see a little bit of it. I'm optimistic. I'll say that.
Yeah, I did speak to Philip about the story of this, and he had a look at the trailer, and he did say, yeah, this one is heavily focused on the book. So everything you've seen on this trailer and how the game is set up and how it plays out, that's exactly how the book is going to be. One of the interesting things about it is it's being directed by Edgar Wright, and that's the guy who did films like Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, World's End, that Soho, that Last Night at Soho Lane, that's just that psychological movie, Scott Pilgrim versus the World. So this is a very capable film director. So him doing a Running Man remake will be very interesting to see. It's going to be in good hands for sure. That's going to be dropping on the 7th of November. But in terms of box office wise, that movie's going to have competition because also out on the 7th of November is Predator Badlands. So those two films are going to be competing at the box office. So which movie do you think will score big at the box office? Do you think this Running Man remake will make money, or do you think Predator's going to go in there and go in for the kill with the box office?
Predators, because it's a more known property.
Yeah, and plus, Dan Fatchenberg's going to be directing this new Predator movie. Who also did that animated movie Predator, Killer of Killers, and he also did that recent Prey movie. So apparently, the studios, the studio Fox, seems to be very high on him taking the reins for this franchise at the minute, and it seems like a lot of people seem to enjoy what he's doing. So I know we have mixed vibes when it comes to Prey, so we're hoping that this new Predator movie is going to be at least worth a watch. So we'll have to see. So that's something to keep an eye out for. Any more news? I'm just looking. I am fishing down like crazy. This is some of the news from 4 or 5 days ago. What the fuck is this? No, that's not one. Yeah, there's a Running Man trailer there. I saw this. What was the name of that? There was this film trailer I saw a while back. It's a found footage horror film, but it's directed by the guys who did those Grave Encounter movies. I'm trying to remember the fucking name of it. I forgot the damn name of it. I saw it. I did see it on Bloody Disgusting. I'm just trying to see if I can find the name of it. Hang on. I'm gonna have to fish down a minute. Oh yeah, hang on. Before we do that, I just saw something here. This involves that remake to Train to Busan, the Last Train to New York, which is going to be something that James Wan is involved in doing. Now, this movie got announced a couple years back, and initially it was going to be released in April of 2023, and the person that was going to be directing it was the same guy who did that movie, The Night Comes for Us. But right now, he's currently gearing up to promote the release of his next movie, which is going to be his Hollywood debut, which is the sequel to an action film called Nobody. But yeah, according to James Wan here, he said, I'm just trying to think of it. He said it's definitely a passion project of his that he wants to see happen, but there's no determined time on when it's going to happen. But he also hinted here that it's not going to be a remake, but it's going to be like a standalone movie, but it's set in the same universe of the Train to Busan series. That might be interesting. But I don't know if the guy who they had originally involved in directing it will still be on board. But because of the schedule that James Wan has right now, making this movie right now is not quite on the cards yet. So, but he did say it's a passion project that he wants to see get off the ground at some point. Now, an idea of doing a Hollywood version of Train to Busan. That's going to be an interesting one because those two movies that was made in South Korea, like Train to Busan and Peninsula, which if you guys have not seen our watch-alongs of that, you can find that on our previous episodes. We did do the watch-along of those two movies, and we did enjoy those films. So kind of intrigued, but at the same time, I'm not too sure if it's going to be able to stand out as good as those other two did. So I'm kind of in the middle when it comes to that one. So we'll have to wait and see, I guess. Oh yeah. If you guys have seen the recent Mortal Kombat movie, as you guys know, there's a sequel coming out, and I hear that there's going to be a trailer for it later this month, and I think that movie's going to get released in October. I've seen the recent Mortal Kombat movie, and I actually did quite enjoy it. So that's something I'm going to be having an eye out for. All right, any more news? I'm just seeing if there's anything here. I'm seeing if there's any horror-related TV shows. Yeah, we got to talk about this because we did kind of mention this a little bit about the next season of Last of Us. But I'm going to go ahead and put it out here anyway. So yeah, The Last of Us creator Neil Druckmann exits the HBO series ahead of season 3.
Yes.
That's cause for celebration right there. So anyway, yeah, the creator of the video game and the co-creator of the series is now exiting the TV series. The game's creator made an announcement on Twitter, or X as they call it, or whatever the fuck they call it nowadays. This is what he says, and I quote: "I've made the difficult decision to step away from my creative involvement in The Last of Us on HBO." Druckmann said in a statement, "With work completed on season 2 and before any meaningful work starts on season 3, now is the right time for me to transition my complete focus to Naughty Dog and its future projects, including writing and directing their next upcoming video game, which is going to be an open world intergalactic video game called The Heretic Prophet." Along with his responsibilities as a studio head and head of creative. So yeah, he's going to have a lot of hands-on creative directions when it comes to this upcoming video game. What the hell that's going to be like remains to be seen. So we're going to have to wait and see on that one. Still reading more into this. Hang on. The statement continues. Co-creating the show has been the career highlight. Has it? And it's been an honor to work alongside with Craig Manson to executive produce, direct, and write on the last 2 seasons. He's deeply thankful for the thoughtful approach and dedication to the talented cast and crew took to adapting The Last of Us Part 1 and the continued adaptation of Last of Us Part 2. Craig and Neil's creative partner over the first 2 seasons will now... So Craig will now serve as the sole showrunner and lead writer for season 3. So Craig is now taking the series full bore. As for what's ahead of the upcoming season, for anyone who doesn't know, season 3 is all going to be about Abby's side of the story. All right, James, I'll bite. So season 3 is going to be all about Abby. Your thoughts? Drop them.
Bitch ass yucca.
That's the short version.
That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. Look, that's all I gotta say. Look, I will say this. At least with Neil out of the way, it gives me hope that we're not gonna get the ending that we ultimately got. At least I feel like, okay, he may switch some things around. So that's the one thing that I am hopeful for. It'd be even better if Neil said that he was leaving Naughty Dog altogether, but I'll take this. But all in all, though, when it comes to Neil Druckmann, one more time,
bitch ass yucca.
And there you go.
I say,
hey, Motionless Zombie, what's up? Long time no see. He's asking, have we watched the final season of Squid Games yet? Dude, I've not even started season 2 yet.
I am on. I finished episode 2 of season 3, which that episode was crazy. But I just started season 3.
Okay. Well, I don't know if you knew this, but you know there's going to be a multiverse of Squid Game stuff. There's going to be a whole new spin-off series coming out later this year. There's one that's based in the US. There's one that's called Squid Games World. So it's going to be like a global-sized version of this. So this, the end of this series is the beginning of something bigger.
I don't
what I'm
like
reading.
that. Personally, I don't like that personally.
I know. But if it's done properly and if you got the right people involved, it could work. It might work. So I would just say have a little faith in it and see what happens. That's all I'm going to say on that one. The final season of The Boys has officially wrapped production. I know James is going to give me a verbal bitch slap for this, but I have yet to watch this show.
You haven't? Well, I mean,
I've never got around to it.
It's fine. I mean, and I think, I mean, some people have yet to watch Squid Game, so I get it.
Yeah, I mean, I've just never got around to watching it because there's a lot of other movies and TV shows I've been getting around to watching, so it's like a huge slate of everything. But I'm gonna have to make it a point to check this out. Hang on, let me just read in. Oh, okay, so it's based on a comic book by Garth Ennis. Now I know Garth Ennis. I know that name. That's the guy who did that horror book comic series Crossed, which ultimately ended up being inspired by a movie called The Sadness. You remember that one, right? But anyway, yeah, final season of The Boys has officially wrapped up filming. So, and they're saying that it's that the creative showrunner spoke about it, and he said this is the last time that they'll ever be on set. It'll all be torn down soon. It's bittersweet, but my primary feelings is gratitude. So, yeah, the show's gonna be coming to an end, guys. And I definitely need to go and start catching up on all these before season 5 comes out. So I'm gonna have to make it a point to check that out. But yeah, if anybody's interested in checking that out, oh, it says here as well. Even though the main series is coming to an end, there's gonna be a spin-off series. Gen V is due to get a second season in September. There's a prequel series in production called Vault Rising, and another spin-off called The Boys Mexico, which is also in development. So there's a couple more spin-offs along the way that's coming. Well, I better start watching all these then before that new one rolls in. Any video game related news? Let's see. The 10 Hang on, what's this? The 10 best horror video games in the first half of 2025. Oh, okay. Now, as you guys know, I'm a bit of a video game nerd. I mean, who isn't? I mean, I know James has played some horror games. Well, let's see what they have on the list and see what we've got here. Okay, in at number 10 is, I've never heard of this, Creepy Redneck Dinosaur Mansion Free. Like many other strange scaffolding games, the pitch for Creepy Redneck Dinosaur Mansion Free sounds absolutely wild. It's a visual novel with a light Metroidvania element that uses match-free gameplay for its battles, all while using the set dressings of survival horror to tell a fascinating tale about the troubles of game development. I know it sounds a lot like a different flavors to mix feelings together, but it comes okay. So that's in at number 10. At number 9, there's a game here called The Flayed Man. It's just a puzzle solving kind of game. I've never heard of that one. Oh, hang on, what's this? That looks like, what is this? Elder Scroll 4 Oblivion. Yeah, they did remaster the 4th Elder Scroll game, which a lot of people say is probably one of the best Elder Scroll games next to Elder Scroll 5 Scrim. Now, I've never played the Elder Scrolls game. I'm more into like the other video game when they took over for the Fallout games. So I'm more into that one. But yeah, for anyone who's a fan of the 4th Elder Scroll, that's in at number 8. Number 7, Sharks and Minerals, which is some kind of, looks like some kind of psychological horror game involving a shark. Okay, what's this here? And at number 6, Labyrinth of the Demon King. This looks like a first-person shooter, lo-fi take on feudal Japan that oozes menaces, complemented by a Silent Hill style music. Oh, okay. That's something to keep an eye out for there, James, if you haven't played that. Number 5, we got, looks like a first-person horror game called Skin Deep. What's this? as a fan of the increasingly rare immersive simulation type game, it feels like every new release in the genre should be a national holiday. Skin Deep is definitely one worth celebrating. Set in the world of space pirates and feline crime bosses, the game casts you as an insurance commando as you save the talking cat passengers aboard of various hijacked spaceships, each with new levels offering a perfectly crafted, densely packed ship. I'll have to have a look at that one. In at number 4, Look Inside. It looks like a survival RPG game that takes place in the middle of an incomprehensible disaster. You wake up in an apartment complex to find that anyone who looks outside has started to mutate into some horrible creature. Oh, okay. That's an RPG horror game. And at number 3, System Shock 2. Yeah. Now, as you guys didn't know, Night Dive Studios is going to be doing a remastered re-release of System Shock 2. And they recently did a remake of the first System Shock game. And anybody who's never played the System Shock games, you guys really, really need to check those fucking games out. Because after those games, that was the game that inspired the likes of a video game like BioShock. Now, I'm sure James has played BioShock. If he hasn't, I'm going to be surprised. But yeah, System Shock was the game that was inspired by. So if you guys want to play that kind of game, it's definitely worth checking into. I mean, it's arguably one of the best sci-fi horror games to ever come out during the 90s at the time. So that's in at number 3. Number 2, we got Claire Obscure Exhibition 33. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about this one. It's like a JRPG game. I mean, it looks like a AAA title game, but it's not. It's an independent made game, and it's got a lot of rave reviews from it, and I've heard a lot of good stuff about it. So that's something to check out. And then in at number 1, we've got something here called The Midnight Walk, which is what kind of game is this? This looks like an RPG horror game from the looks of it. That's something to check in. I'm surprised Doom the Dark Ages wasn't even on that list. Okay. Any more news? Let's see. Oh yeah. I don't know if you've played that RoboCop Rogue City yet, James, but there's a new DLC for it coming out called Unfinished Business, which is dropping in the 17th of July. So a day before I Know What You Did Last Summer comes out. So if you haven't played Rogue City yet, you should definitely play that.
Nice. Okay.
All right. So that's pretty much all the news I can find at the minute. So there's your bloody disgusting horror themed news for today.
Sweet. Awesome. Okay. So, and on that note, let's go ahead and discuss what movies we're going to be watching on Thursday. That's going to be a short week for us, but yeah. But
what you got?
Thursday. It's going to be a sequel to a movie that I enjoy a lot, actually, and I think the sequel to this film actually is not bad. It's actually not bad, and that is The Conjuring 2.
The Conjuring 2, huh? Okay, sounds good. Right. Well, how am I going to do this? All right. Well, if you're going to be doing a supernatural horror film, I think I'm going to have to answer with a supernatural horror movie of my own. So, in that case, we're going to go back to 1997, folks. This is a sci-fi horror film with a supernatural element to it. And let's just
you bring up a late 90s horror. Okay, man, you just those some rough times.
Well, this one I think you might like, because let's just say this rescue team that went to find out about this missing ship. Oh, they found a missing ship, all right, but the ship brought back hell with it.
Oh no!
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Event Horizon.
Event Horizon? Oh shit! Yes.
Yep. That's my next pick.
That is a really good movie. A really good movie. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good pick, Paul. Good pick. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So sweet. All right. So yeah, that's it. Okay, so of course Paul, tell fine folks where they can find you.
All right, if you're on Facebook, type in Paul Burt's Photography Corner. I've just recently put up some photos when I was at the Ruckus Festival. There's going to be some more photos later this week because I might be having a chance to do photography for Cradle of Filth, which is going to be the next gig in Torquay. So that's going to be a fun one. That's if I get the photo pass, of course. Support indie horror. You'll find all the cool horror content in there, which is a horror page that I run. We're close to 10,000 followers. And also, if you can find me on TikTok, I'm on Instagram as well. And if you want to see my other photo works on there, you can look on Blue Sky and find me there too.
Of course, you can find me here at Primetime Movie Network and, of course, Primetime Podcast. Once again, like I said, if you want to watch an older episode of Primetime Gorehounds, go over to that channel where I'm gonna unlist an older episode. So yeah, Primetime Podcast, where you may see that happen. And of course, Primetime James Thomas, which is my professional wrestling channel, where you can find all my professional wrestling matches. So we're gonna go ahead and get on out of here. Please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Don't be afraid to share the video as well. What are you guys' thoughts on Steakland? Do you guys like it? Do you guys not like it? Leave your guys' thoughts in the comment section. And we will see you guys Thursday for The Conjuring 2, and hopefully everybody has themselves a great the weekend's pretty much over now, so have a great week. And yeah, there we go. Okay, I didn't know. I thought the song was in play. But yeah, so we'll see you guys next week, and of course we're gonna leave out. Okay, now this makes sense why Paul, this makes sense why you disagree with Pastor Gino, because now after tonight we know what you like. Yeah, it makes all the sense in the world. So
wait a minute, I didn't say shit.
All right, so Pastor Gino, leave us on this beautiful Sunday night. Oh, it's fitting with the minister on a Sunday. So yeah, but just don't talk about Paul's women. But here we go.
I didn't say you.
See y'all next week. See y'all Thursday. We are out. Talk to me.
That's right. You so-called Christian-looking whores. That's it. Jumping in some church, flapping your ankle chains around, all on the choir, breasts hanging out, lips all red, nails painted red, purple, blue, green, long like bird claws, all this fake hair, breast implant, toenails painted with little fake diamonds in it. Your toes ain't richer. You're nothing but a prostitute. Amen. Yeah, man. So go to church now. Go to church. Got nothing but a singing hoe, a shouting hoe, a organ playing hoe, a choir director hoe. Hey, preacher. If what I just said describe your wife, you're married to a hoe. Am I right, sir? Talk to me. Yes, sir. Amen. Yes, sir. Wonderful. Amen. Hallelujah. A man that's a real man don't want his wife out in the street looking like a prostitute. And you a holy woman? Amen. Proclaim you the Christian? Christian with skin-tight pants. Showing the very shape of your birth canal. Going to some church with the shape of your birth canal exposed in public and jeans all up the backside of your behind, carrying a Bible. Going to church. sir. Yeah. That's right. You so-called Christian-looking whores.
Paul.
Jumping in some church, flapping your ankle chains around.
We're not gonna end the show like that. We're not gonna end the show like that. Hang on. We're not gonna end the show like that. We're gonna end the show how Paul wants to end the show.
I walked right into that shit, didn't I?
Yeah. So one last time, just because Paul, you're my boy. Okay, we're gonna watch him drop a low one last time. Good night, y'all.
The song was taught to us by our very own pastor, Pastor James, when we was just this little.
Free Pastor James.
My man loves me. He provides for me. He protects me. So tonight, I'm gonna drop it low just for him. Drop it low for Jesus. Keep the Lord in mind. When you dirty wine, drop it for Jesus. In the club, shake it to the floor and show it love. I'm on the grind, cause for my sins he died. Cause I know I'll be at the pearly gates for show. I'll be in the number when the trumpet starts to blow. But tonight I gotta drop it low. Drop it low.
God loving music. Give it up again for what's your name?
Renita.
Renita, y'all. Yes. They will never be on this program again. That's enough dropping it low for Jesus and all our